Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4, as we head into episode 4 of our early Reich achievement campaign. Hopefully, you guys, if you haven't already, you can join the Discord to discuss this game with me and other such EU4 things, or even other Paradox things. The link will be in the description. And of course, subscribing would be a huge help. Now, I kind of noted last episode that there's a war going on here between Poland and Austria-Hungary, which actually isn't Austria-Hungary yet. It's just Austria and Hungary. So I actually have a lot invested on how this whole war goes down. Now, I think I mentioned something about wanting to take land if I did get myself involved in it, but you see, that's probably a really bad idea. I think we just sort of have to observe from a safe distance. That's pretty much all we can do for now, really. Hopefully, I see some good things going on here, so I do hope to see something positive for me come out of this. And if not, then at least we'll have a weaker Poland, which is, well, it's always better. Always better for us. We can even check. I'm going to let the game run slowly in the background. I'll check some things. So Austria with 25,000, we have Poland with 33,000, Hungary with 17,000, Lithuania with 33,000. Is that Lithuania? Yes, it is. Then who else was on their side? I think there was Albania with 10,000, and no, Albania is 4,000 actually. My bad. Of course they wouldn't have 10,000. And so it's not really looking too good for the Austro-Hungarians, Austro-Hungarian force here. They seem to be a bit outnumbered. I'm guessing this is the war goal, which the AI never wants to siege back down for whatever reason. But on the bright side, it looks like Austria has made a little bit of a gain here. This is also a fort too, so they traded a fort for a fort. Unfortunately, this is the war goal, not just a fort. They broke the siege here like a bunch of idiots. They probably could have had that if they lasted a little longer. Anyways, I'm not supposed to be backseat warring here, so I'm just gonna keep to myself, make sure things go smoothly, and that I don't die. I would also love to take any opportunity I have to destroy another nation. I don't even need to annex anything, just weaken them significantly. Alright, and I get expand Brandenburg, which will let me develop the Renaissance a little bit faster. It's not going very fast, to say the least. So I think if we turn... Where is it? Right here. Turn this on. Okay, it's going to cost a bit, but now we're at 48. We go over here, we hit this button. Local development cost for Berlin goes down. It does increase the overall development, but basically we're just, we're spending a little bit less, which is nice. The woods do make it a bit more expensive to develop, but that's okay. That's totally alright. Right, so we can start developing Berlin. I think I'll start by throwing the military points in. Generally the more important ones are military. And then I think I'll go with admin and then Diplo. Because we have very few Diplo points. Or maybe I'll go with... Well, Diplo matters the least is what I'm trying to say. So let's start with what I'm trying to spend the least of, which is military. And then I'll go with... bit of admin. I guess one military click and then spend the rest there. It's going to go up a little slow, but we are at 30 development now. Meaning we reach another little task here. What are these called? I don't actually remember. The objectives, I suppose. So now we have 2 solid-looking objectives here, which is nice. We're going to swap this in a year over to be the advancement effort, so we can spam out a little bit faster Renaissance. There's also the chance that if... yeah, Austria's not going to get it first. Well, they might. They might get it first, and if they do... because I think they started developing Vienna a little. Potentially. I think they did. So they're getting the Renaissance really quick, actually. I think they might actually be getting Renaissance from... I think they accepted an offer. Because you're allied with who? Augsburg. Genoa. Yeah, Genoa must have it by now. So they probably gave it to Austria. Austria might pass it on to me, which I'll use very temporarily, not very quickly, or I mean very quickly. I won't take very long with the development we have here. But yeah, we have another objective fulfilled, which is nice. And with that, obviously, you guys already know I'm going to take the aggressive expansion one, kind of the biggest, most important deal. And if you're wondering, I will be getting rid of this Braunschweig fort, or will I? Yes, I think I will. I'll get rid of this Braunschweig fort because it only existed for getting rid of devastation temporarily. So that should save me a whole ducat, make me a ducat richer, very nice. And, ooh, right, yeah, buildings are expensive now, forgot about that. Well, I don't want to turn Braunschweig into a state yet, because high autonomy, but that is the lowest it's going to get. Lowest it's going to get without this. So maybe I should. That does give me a little bit more money, technically, and does decrease the autonomy a ton, which is nice. So now we're making a solid 5 ducats a month, very nice. And if our ruler would just die already, although he's going to get replaced with someone who's not quite as good, unfortunately. On the bright side, I can make buildings again, because buildings are expensive, so. This war doesn't seem to be going so good for the Austrians, which is not good for me, by proxy. I'm wondering if I should intervene, if I should get involved in any way. That'd be really scary to try and do. Poland still has 32,000 and Lithuania still has 24,000. Lithuania's been chopped down a little bit, but they're still doing strong. Moldavia seems to try... Oh wait, Moldavia isn't part of this war. Okay. But we do have a cardinal now. Do I want to spend it on one of these, or do I want to try and become the Curia controller? That's an interesting question to have. Curia controller would give me less aggressive expansion, which is fantastic, as well as like a couple of good things. But there's also a chance that I'll just waste my points that go up by 1.0. Speaking of which, I should be improving relations. Definitely. I really do want to fight Danzig. All I need to take is Königsberg and I guess Danzig itself, right? Kingdom of Prussia just needs Königsberg. The other thing is, people who were saying, oh, you need to, of course, why don't you fight the Teutons or whatever? Of course, first of all, Admin Tech 10. Second of all, I'm doing a specific strategy where I don't form Prussia for a little while, and there's a reason for that. Obviously, we start with Prussian ideas, so we're pretty okay. Let's start building up a few knights. Basically, what we're gonna do, since nothing's happening, I'll just go with a quick explanation as to how things are gonna work. Basically, the plan is to stay Catholic for a while, let the Reformation do its thing. We go with religious ideas, that'll be the first group, okay? Religious ideas first group. We just absolutely plow through religious ideas, okay? Or at least, yeah, we get ourselves to Deus Vult. Deus Vult will give us CVs and less aggressive expansion against every single heretic, okay? Meaning we're going to basically bring down all the heretics, and then we join the heretics. Sound good? Because that sounds good to me. See, we get less aggressive expansion, we can expand more aggressively, I guess. Of course, that makes sense, right? Right now, though, I cannot expand, like, at all, so... kind of boring while we sit here and wait for things to happen. I can get a new rival, though. So Bohemia, Poland, and... Cologne, Provence, Savoy, Saxony. Not Saxony, Saxony's a friend. Cologne, maybe. Cologne is an elector. I don't need to be the Holy Roman Emperor anymore. I mean, the Emperor can still declare war on subjects, or not subjects, other people in the Empire and kill them. Of course they can. No problem with that. It's just like, do I want to deal with that? Do I want to be responsible for keeping the Empire alive? I don't want to take it from Austria, who's clearly, like, gonna need it right here. Because if there's a weak Austria, then the Poles become a little stronger. Because they can eat their way into Hungary, eat their way into Austria. So I don't know if I want to deal with that. I think I'll take Cologne as my rival. They don't like me very much, but now they will absolutely hate us, which is fine. You were allied with Aachen, Anhalt, and Hesse. Okay. Okay, let's build up our army a little bit more. Keep ourselves in fighting shape. We're gonna try and fill out as much of our width as possible with infantry, because it's less expensive. But if we can get a solid 4 cav, 2 on each side, and bring ourselves up to, what is it, 16, I think? No, okay, so we need to get ourselves up to 18 infantry and 4 cav. That's the dream right there. That's what we're looking for. It's not going to happen right now. Maybe eventually. Not right now. But when it does, it'll be pretty nice. So Austria just got the Renaissance. I think when you're at war, you can't really transfer that, though, so we'll see how that whole thing goes down. Wow, that was a really bad battle for the Austrian and Hungarians. That was, ooh, a little bit unfortunate. Right, so who's next? I need to declare war on someone soon-ish. Oh, no, I don't. Not really. The only reason for that would be interesting content, because that's something people try to do. Oh, my Prince Elector. His Scholar, that's really nice, actually. I could use that. I think I'm going to swap this over to Advancement. I think I was supposed to do that a while ago. Kind of forgot to, but yeah, we're fine now. So, it's going to develop slowly but surely, and be here in 4 years, kind of, which will be nice. I'll take that, no problem. I'll also ask for things, because I haven't asked for things in a while, so I'll take that. I'll give the nobility 1 piece of land. Potentially Neumark. Anything with grain? Do we have grain available somewhere? No. Grain would be great. Grain is why, that's why Dithmarschen can have such a large army. At the beginning of the game, I think, right? Yes, that's why. Anyways, let's try and give it to Neumark, right? No, I'd prefer to give the clergy Neumark, to be honest, for the high autonomy. We'll give the nobility to Stolp. Sure. Or give Stolp to the nobility. Yeah, that thing. Do this. Get some military. Did I just get a general or an admiral? Got a general who is really good at shock, but knows absolutely nothing else. So we'll use him very specifically, I guess. Admiralship will bring me up to 89%, a little dangerous. Do I need an admiral? It's not really important to have one. I'd prefer to keep that a little lower, if possible, so I'll do that. And our focus is still on military, as it should be, so we keep that advantage. And let me build myself back up to force limit. Not quite. I'm going to need 1,000 more men for that one. And wait for it. Okay, 1 more month. 1 more month. There we go. Actually, no. I wanted that to be a cav. What am I doing? I wanted to have 4 cav. 2 on each flank. Of course, I'm going to lose innovativeness for a short period of time. But that's okay. Ah, you hate to see it. Poland got a little stronger. Poland with 31,000, the manpower's kind of down. Lithuania with 23,000, manpower's kind of down. Oh, wow, this is gonna be interesting. Lose prestige or fire foreign spy detection. I think I'll go with the spy detection. There's nothing too terribly awful that can happen to you early game from spies. Late game, maybe. Late game, yeah. But right now is okay. Yeah, people really still hate me, which is kind of an issue, actually. I would love to invade Wismar, so I can get some spicy land up here. More land in Lübeck. And then, of course, eventually kill the man in the High Castle himself. The Lübeck, the owner of the node, who has a disgusting amount of trade coming from this one province. So Lübeck and Hamburg I would love to have. They're both really solid. Hamburg is actually better, but Lübeck's nice. They're both really, really nice to have. I'll also move this guy over. People will still vote for me, enough to become the next emperor. Not that I'm really sure I want to be, but I don't really want to, you know, stop being their allies just so I don't become emperor. That's kind of weird to do, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'll recall that diplomat, and we'll take a look at how the world's doing since we're not doing much. Obviously, wait, hold on. The Byzantines are still alive somehow. Well, not for much longer, but yeah. Actually, who are they at war with? Memmingen, Ragusa, and Salzburg. That's weird. That is weird. I don't know how Byzantium got so many allies. Oh, they joined the Trade League because they're one province. Right. Makes sense. Now Austria, I know we're good friends and all that, so I was wondering if you could share some knowledge. I think that would be nice. You know, real swell, real kind of you. Who has adjacent provinces though? What? Oh, Bohemia just plowed through the Renaissance. Oh, goddamn. That is fast. I didn't expect that one. There we go. We'll speed up the process quite significantly here. In fact, that'll take, like, 1 month. And then we'll stop paying. Actually, no, we won't stop paying. It'll go around to these two. That is 207 ducats, not something I'm really willing to spend. Do I want to wait 3 years for this, though? This Miltech? Well, assuming we're not fighting, then yes, I do, right? If we're not fighting in the next 3 years, then I can wait on that Miltech. Which means I can wait for Potsdam to be done. Potsdam, something like that. And I'll let these guys pass through, because why not? So, in theory, this will take a little while, but, you know, it'll only take 3 years, which really isn't the worst thing ever. And an advisor's dead. That'll be this guy. Fort defense, national manpower. I mean, the manpower would be nice, actually. Rebuild our manpower stocks for now. A war with Poland doesn't seem very viable. In fact, I don't think it's going to end up happening. To be honest, I think we'll have to expand our own power base in Europe, as things are. Or not in Eastern Europe, at least. In, you know, Central Europe. And I would love to take my first idea group to be religious. That'd be very nice. Either I could take it, first of all, as religious, or I could take it as... Instead of religious, I could also take economic, for more money. Religious would be nice, though. And there's a new pope, so good we didn't actually spend all of our money there. Ooh, this is interesting. Papal influence or free stability. Not free, nothing's free, of course, remember that, nothing's free. I don't want to spend another, meaning... papal influence for money, and we gain money. Or we gain a stability, and the nobility are fine. The clergy like us. I think I'll do this. I think a stability's worth a lot more than a bit of money. And we do get the clergy on our side a little bit more, which is nice. We can, I don't know, afford to lose a little bit more from them. Okay. Still doing solid right now. All those are done. We can fix these things. I still need to embargo some people. I didn't actually embargo. Hold on. There we go. And Bohemia, who I do have an embargo on. Neat. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna get, if we embrace the Renaissance, we're gonna get it a little faster there too. Centers of trade, we can't really Control 5, we only have one center of trade. It does count as a center of trade, right? Or does it need to be level 2? Oh, level 2 centers of trade. Okay. I see, you're trying to make me go broke. Gotcha. Anyways, I'll boost the level in Brilliant. Does that make you happy? Get me a bit more money of trade here. Earning about 3 ducats just under. Not the best thing ever, but not the worst thing ever. So we wait for Potsdam, which will be done fairly soon. Anyone else nearby? I mean, it is because we have the institution spread increase, of course, that it's going so high so quickly. Then, of course, we also have the this one. I don't know if we want this one to be done right now, or if it's gonna be done anytime reasonable. Who knows? I don't think so. We'll see. Let me also do a time check real quick, because we are sitting at approximately 21 minutes. Okay, a few minutes left to go as we continue our little adventure here into decreasing size of coalition that can spawn from the next conquest. And sort of rebuilding our power base, but you know what the real point is, of course. Do I want to wait for this? It'll decrease the cost by probably, I'm guessing, another 20 ducats. Which is like 10 months worth. And it's only going to take like another year. I think that's okay to do. I think that's not a bad thing to do, really. I think that's fine. After all, it's not like we can do much in the meantime. It does look like Dithmarschen is pulling one of my strategies out of the book and going ahead. Instead of turning Verden into a vassal, they're just going right ahead and killing him right out. Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to be a powerful peasant republic. And never mind, they gave it back because they're weak. Okay, that's cool, I guess. So this will be done in... I guess their estimate was off. It's going to be done in 1470 still. Yep, that estimate was a bit off, but that's totally fine with me in this case. I think I'll swap this over to protect trade, actually, because Berlin would be very useful to have, because we do have the marketplace in there, and it's a level 2, so we should get some more money out of that. And, speaking of money, we're going to need to wait a small while until we can actually pay that. Actually, scratch that. We can pay it now. So we'll pay it, and we'll take the next tax, which will give me religious ideas. And we'll want to probably focus on admin from now on. Which will, of course, we'll have to wait, 12 years for that, yikes. Cologne is no longer a valid rival, pretty nice. And how is this doing? Base production in Altmark, over here, whose unrest is okay. And Stettin, who's over here. See, that could be really, really useful. But the burghers will lose loyalty. That's something I can't really afford. That's unfortunate. We'll get temporary money. All because I can't afford to lose the loyalty anymore. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's figure out someone else to strike down. Who's next on the chopping block? I'd prefer to conquer towards Lübeck. Of course, getting this small extra share of Saxony was pretty good. Of course, we can't do much about that because Saxony, the man himself, is an ally of mine. People would be willing to join. Palatinate in Saxony would help me against Bohemia. So Ferrara, Württemberg, Lüneburg, where's Württemberg? Württemberg, that one, right here. I feel like that'd be a bit more than we could chew. Bohemia with the 19k. Saxony with a 10k. Let me bring this down. Ooh, that's a little loud. Okay. Still have a truce with them. Lüneburg is a nope, definitely not. Definitely big no. Yeah, it's a big no. They're in a trade league, so that's not going to happen. Mecklenburg, if we do kill Mecklenburg, it's going to be all at once. All at once, full annexation. No regrets. Which means covert actions are in order here. Because I think that's the direction we're going to plan on going through with. So I want claims on both of these Wismar and Rostock. Yeah, I do need to claim on both for it to be worth any amount of time or effort. Or I'll still just join the trade league and then, well, what's the point and all that. I'll also try and do that to drop the support here, so that we don't have to deal with them. Okay, that should be enough for now. I should have done that when, you know, we were actually gonna be at war. You know, maybe that'd be a good idea. Oh, and guess who had to leave the trade league? The man himself. Who's probably gonna give it back because he's gonna be weak. Just give it a second. Oh? Oh, it looks like Lüneburg has balls. Oh boy. They're not giving back Stede. Or Stede? Stede? Yeah, something like that. So now it's unlawful territory. Congratulations, Lüneburg. You played yourself. The Emperor is now angry. But it's not my problem. Instead, we're going to raise our maintenance again, which is going to drop these faction supports once again. High income. I prefer to use that when we don't have a prince elector who's kind of bad with economic decisions. Oh yeah, I need 25 for the claim, because it's the second claim. So give it an extra month, maybe. We rule as we see fit. No, we don't. We certainly do not. I'm trying to keep that stab up, actually, so. The Palatinate, Utrecht, and Hout's over here, so I think Saxony will help me in this war. Utrecht, who is... I don't know where they are, actually. Where's Utrecht? Actually, I know where Utrecht is. They're over here. Yeah. Because I played as the Dutch one game, so there you go. There's Utrecht. Okay, yeah, let's go for Wismar, because that'll be easier to take, and the Saxony will help me. So we're gonna head right in there. Oh, well, we started a war, but I don't think we can actually afford to... You know, we don't have enough time for the rest of the war this game, so I'm gonna do one real quick thing. I think we're gonna start off by proclaiming the Holy War, which will give us more manpower to recover from the fighting we're doing. So we can hop into another war immediately, maybe not for the same reason, for taking stuff, but maybe for some other reason. But pretty much that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day.